Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 3 of our Timberborn playthrough. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos, check out some of my other series on Timberborn as well as some other games, and subscribe to stay up to date on this as well as other series. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into episode 3. Alright, welcome back everybody. We're just going to go ahead, might as well put this into high speed, let them get building. So, we've been pretty busy in this series so far. This is episode 3. In the last episode, we built a small housing area with a little bit of a medical area. That's still in the works. We expanded our wood production, and then we mapped out this dam area, which is a work in progress. They're getting there. But okay, so first of all, before we get started, I want to do something before I forget. I actually want to get rid of all of this. Get rid of all of that. Because what I want is to get them up to this level. So I think if we put in some platforms here, like that. That way they're up on the dam itself, and that will really help with the building. So there we go. That's what we wanted to do. But okay, so we got a couple name suggestions in the comments. We got 3 separate. We got Damville from Ashermort, we got Lumbertown from Pingowers, and we got Whirlberg from Carissa Chamberlain. Those are all awesome name suggestions. We're going to use all 3. So before I pick one, I don't want anybody to be upset. We're going to use all 3. I'm going to go with Whirlberg for the capital. And I will explain my reasoning, even though it was the 3rd submission. So unfortunately, we're not going with first come, first serve. We're going to go with this, Whirlberg, for the capital. The reason is that eventually I think I'm probably going to set up another district right around here, focused on lumber, which Lumbertown would be an excellent name for. And then I'm also probably going to put a district up here, which obviously Damville would be a perfect name for. So I don't want Ashermort or Pingowers to be upset, but don't worry, your names will be used. But thank you to everybody for the name suggestions. Some other comments, Jason Jazz points out that we need to get this this dam area built ASAP. I completely agree, although we've got a couple priorities that might come in earlier. And then Rudy Opterbeck points out whether I could do a playthrough of the Water Beavers mod. I've never heard of this mod, but I'm very interested, and I will definitely check it out, Rudy. So thank you very much, as always, for your comments. So, first of all, we got a couple projects that we're going to work on today. The first of which involves a little extra building. So I'm just going to have this guy get rid of this. Get rid of this tree. It's just kind of annoying me. And then we're going to go ahead. Actually, we're going to leave that. We're going to leave that path in there, just for future use. We're going to put some stairs there. Actually, I think we're going to do something like that. Okay, cool. That's for future me. But okay. We are going to do a little bit of planting over here in order to get a little bit more food production. So I think we're going to do kohlrabi just over here, get a little bit more kohlrabi. And in order to do so, we're going to need some farmhouses, and we are going to need some storage. So if we get like 3 farmhouses up here, I think we've come to realize that that is a good number for a growable area. So let's get 3 farmhouses in there, and then I think we'll go ahead and we'll get maybe 2 storage facilities right here. So these will be for kohlrabi. There we go. And then these guys will focus on kohlrabi, obviously. And they will have high workplace priority, so that they can get working on that. And let's get this area. Let's get these stairs built for now. And then I guess we could probably go ahead and get those 3 farmhouses in there. But anyway, this whole area, this is all going to be kohlrabi for the time being. So that'll give us a nice little extra boost of food supply. And they can work on that. We are hurting for wood. Let's just see. Yeah, so everything's not in the cutting area yet. So let's go ahead and get all of this in the proper cutting area. Like that. Okay, we do have our first hauler. First hauler up and running, which is great. So they're working on some of this. They're getting to it. Acknowledge that getting those up and running will be a priority. Unfortunately, I just think that we have other things a little bit more pressing. One of which is making sure that our population doesn't completely explode, because we put down these other breeding pods. And I think we'll pause 3 of them. So we'll pause those 3. Don't want the population to go too crazy before we're able to cope with it. So another thing, I want to get these moved off of the land and out here onto the dam. I think that would... So we could get 4 right there. And then that would free up this whole area. We're also going to need to get our medium water tanks up and running. So if we get one of those, they take 30 planks and 20 gears. And now you can see why I did this. Because now we can fit a couple water tanks right there. And that will have easy access to these water pumps. And I think that'll be good. But okay, we want one of these set to harvest. Not sure if we did that over here. Yep, harvest. There we go. Just noticed there's a little gap in here. Could probably go ahead and get the mighty shrub in there. I think that would be good. You know what? Let's prioritize the shrub. Everyone needs a good shrub. All right, and we have a drought approaching. You know what? I might fill up more of this area with kohlrabis. So why don't we get rid of this path? That'll connect somewhere else. And then we can go ahead and fill this whole area with kohlrabi as well. And then we could probably fit a shrub right in there. All right. Still struggling with lumber, but hopefully once these oaks come up, we should be in a much better spot. Much better. Okay, we do have a drought inbound, about 2 days out, so we're doing okay with that for now. I do think, let's see, these are going to be for water. Let's set those up. I do think we probably want to pause the gears and double down on planks. I think that means we can drop that to 2. 2 producers for now. All right. So let's kind of see how we're doing. Let's see what we have prioritized. So this stuff is high priority. Right. Let's make sure that all of this is medium high priority, so we can always kind of adjust off of it. You know what I mean? Like, we can always bump something to a higher priority if indeed we need to. But okay. So, this is working well. I do think... Now, it's kind of ahead of time. I don't really think we need to do it right now. But what I was going to say is, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's get rid of that. Actually, we'll wait. It's a waste of resources. We'll just go ahead and let this stuff build up. But okay, so we have a bunch of farmers here. They're just kind of waiting around. I do think that it would be a good idea to get these storage facilities built, as well as one of these water storages. So these will just take logs to build. Whereas this takes planks, so that's gonna be a minute. For sure. That is going to be a minute. And then the beavers will continue on building this. Alright. I think things are looking pretty good. I do think that getting a little bit more food production will be good. I also love, can we just take a moment, say how much we love the Iron Teeth rooftop terrace. It looks so good. It's like a, I feel like it also holds more beavers than the other one. I could be wrong on that one though. Could be wrong on that point. But okay, so stuff is getting built. I do think that following this drought, we're probably going to want to get the water more stabilized. So we're kind of getting the food stabilized, then we want to get the water stabilized, and then we will go from there. So I think that that will be good though. All right, and I do think having a couple log piles here wouldn't be the worst idea. To store logs. Just to kind of bring some logs over here. And we'll set these to obtain. Just to kind of bring some logs over here, make these not have to run quite as far. And let's put those... Alright, so we got a lot of stuff on super high priority right now. Which, you know, it's kind of just the way it goes. At least that's the way it goes when I play the game. But they'll get this stuff built, and then we'll breathe a little bit, and then we'll go on and kind of get some of this stuff built. Oh, so we're in a drought, so I do want to pause. I'm going to pause 2 of these. 2 of the water pumps. I'll leave 1 operational for now. And we did lose a little bit of the kohlrabi. That's okay. Eventually we will dam off this area here. But for now, that's okay. I think we still have a pretty good amount of kohlrabi being grown. So I think food, fairly stable for now. What do we want to do over here? So we're going to want to do a little bit of work over here. And I have a feeling that what I'm going to have to do with this whole area is completely fill it with levees to make it level. The reason I'm saying that is that I feel like bad water is going to accumulate in this spot on the bottom. And it's not gonna really work correctly. Although I did just have a thought. I feel like I want these in line. So let's shift this just a little bit. So if we were to shift this, let's get rid of that. If we were to shift it there, so that'll be 6 openings. What is this? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we'll do 5 and 5. So that will be the new opening. And then this will be, obviously, the old opening. Old opening? Is that the way I want to say it? I don't know. But then I think we'll do that. Just so that none kind of wraps around. I'm not sure how high this flow is going to get. But that's what we'll do for now. Alright. Go on some stairs? No. That's probably fine. Okay, so we're very close to being able to unlock the triple floodgate. There we go, 500 science. We're going to want floodgates there and there. And then, because I know that we're going to end up filling this in, I'm going to do this here. Just that when I put these platforms on top, like that, we can run our path across. And then when we come back and fill all this in, we've already got levees there and we don't need to rip anything out. Perfect. It'll decrease the amount of water storage just a little bit. I mean, we'll have water storage coming back huge ways back here. So I think we'll be okay. But all right, speaking of water, we are completely out. So let's get these up and running. We do have some trees coming up, which is great. And then I think what we're going to do is we are going to prioritize, including the shrub, we're going to prioritize all of this to get built. So we really want that stuff to get built. That is very important. All right. So hopefully they can get that built, and then we can get a little bit more water coming in. The water is coming down. I am wondering, we may or may not run out of water here for a small period of time, but I think it should be okay. And man, some of our kohlrabi died. Hate to see it. You hate to see it. All right. So food seems to be okay. Water is not great. But I do think that getting some larger water storage areas in here will be valuable. And then once we get rid of these, we can fit a 5th water pump in here, and that should keep us going for quite a while, I would think. All right, perfect. So, with the water coming down, and we are starting to get some logs, which is great. I just want to make sure, yeah, this is all, yep, we already did that. It's already in the cutting area, perfect. Is this in the cutting area? No, perfect. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, so we got some water coming in. We got some science coming in. We do have 2 haulers, which is excellent. One thing that I do think that we need is we are going to need a builder's hut. Definitely. We're definitely going to need a builder's hut. So why don't we go ahead and unlock the builder's hut? And I think it's going to go right here. Now, that makes things interesting. So why don't we demolish this? We're also going to demolish that. We'll have them pick that up. We can go ahead and flip these for what I have planned. So let's get all of that built, just for now. That'll be our priority. All right, and the water pumps are up and running. Let's make these highest priority. And then I actually want to get rid of these. Get rid of them. Get rid of those. And I would love to get that other water tank. So these store 300 water, and these small ones hold 30. So essentially one of these is worth 10 of these small ones. So I think once they clear this out, once these empty out, these will actually be more than enough for at least the near term. Okay, cool. So now, I really don't like this staircase. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to map out a new staircase. And you're probably going to think I'm crazy, but I'm going to put some platforms in here. Like this, and we're going to have some stairs. And this is going to be our new staircase. Because it kind of, it tucks in, it goes up the hillside. I like it. I really don't like how this one kind of juts out, so we're going to get rid of it. We're not going to get rid of it, though, until this one is built, so we still got time. But okay, So we got these 2 water storage facilities up and running. So why don't we empty all of these. So we don't want those to accept new goods. I just want to make sure that all of these are on highest workplace priority, which they are. Perfect. All right, and then we're going to continue with our medium-high priority for all of this. So that's all medium-high priority. And they're actually getting there. They're kind of working their way around. You know, slowly but surely working their way over, which I like. And we're starting to get some logs coming in, which is very good. So the question is, are we going to have enough logs? If we can get some logs over here. So what I'm going to do is let's see. Yeah, so they still got a couple more platforms to go before I can enact my plan for getting this builder's hut up and running, which is going to be medium-low priority. But it's essentially going to involve moving these stairs. Just one back. Now, in order to do that, we need to have enough logs on this side of the stairs, because once we delete the stairs, this whole thing is going to... this whole area is going to be disconnected. So we need to have enough logs on this side to be able to build, essentially. Build what we need. But okay, so we're really done building with planks now for a little bit. So it's time to enact the plan. So part 1 of the plan is pause all of this. Wait until we have some logs stored up, which we do. And then we will delete this, stairs here, platform here, highest priority on both of those, and then we should be able to get this built. And they're totally just going to go to sleep. Oh, the beavers. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. Alright, why don't we pick those up as well? But okay, cool. So hopefully they get these built. Get the platform built. Perfect. Okay, and now everything is connected back up, and we are good to go. So we can get these back unpaused, and then get back to work. We're getting a ton of water stored up, so why don't we template out another large water tank. Just like that. We can put that on medium-high priority, I think. And then why don't we get rid of this path? So let's see. The only vacancies are here in the hauling post, which is perfect. And I actually might move the science to medium-low priority now that we're going to have the hauling posts. So the hauling posts will essentially be the only thing that is the lowest priority. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. It might not, but hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so we're starting to get the dam built, which is excellent. Now this is where I kind of want to implement the next part of my master plan. Not really a master plan. I mentioned that we were gonna do it earlier. Let's get a couple of these scratchers. Fun scratcher, cool. Get a couple scratchers in there before I put a platform over the top of it, and then we're actually going to get another large pile here to store some more logs. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So this is coming along, just waiting on the gears. We could unpause the gear workshop, but that does mean that we're going to need to max that out. So now we have 12 vacancies. Where are they coming from? Yeah, see, they're coming from builders. See, this is why I like the scientists on the lowest priority, along with the haulers, just because I don't like putting builders on the lowest priority. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I mean, maybe what I should do is put the builders on medium and then put all the normal jobs on medium high. Oh, that would be so much work. I'm thinking about, maybe that's something I'll do off screen. Maybe. Because essentially what I would want is... I mean, if anything, you could argue that science is less important than haulers. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways you could go about it. But okay, cool. We got the scratchers going, which is awesome. So that's bringing our well-being up. And you got to remember that well-being, if we pause real quick, click on a beaver, well-being level is what affects working speed. So you can see that this working speed will increase again once they hit tier 10 or well-being 10. Movement speed, this will increase again when they hit well-being 12. And then life expectancy, this will go up again when they hit 17. So, lots of stuff. And there we go. We got both hauling posts up and running. And it kind of seems like adding that second building hut, has really kind of changed things around in terms of like how quickly we're building everything. So that's exciting. That is exciting. And let's kind of see how we're doing here. Yeah, we're getting there, certainly, but nothing overly stellar to report with regard to the building. But okay, let's kind of think about this planting area and how we're going to do this. So we're going to put some levees in like this, just because you see how here on the ground it's kind of dirty. Something in my head just means that I don't want water to go over there, you know? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'll end up revising this. Maybe I do want water over here. Do I? No. Maybe later on, but not right now. That'll be fine. Anyway, we're gonna run some paths over here. And then we are going to get a dam in here. And I feel like 5 openings is pretty good. So let's go like that. That will be good. We do have this path over here. Not really sure where it's going. But I kind of think I don't know. It's just a delineation for where the kohlrabi ends, even though the kohlrabi could extend much further. There's really there's no science to it whatsoever. Ooh. Bad tide approaching. That is not great. So, Jason Jazz, you were indeed correct that I needed to get the dam built sooner. But okay, we just got to make sure that we don't have any beavers going through the water, which we don't right now. Let's see. Can I get another water pump up and running so that we can get tons of water pumped prior to this last dam? Maybe. Maybe we can. There we go. Let's get another water storage in there. And we can actually connect that up. Not sure why, but might as well. And we'll put that on highest priority, even though we definitely don't have the gears for it. So that takes 20 gears. 30 planks, but 20 gears. All right, so let's try and get this pump up and running. And unfortunately, this bad tide, for those of you who have never played this update, it's great, actually. The bad tides are really not very fun. And they make it interesting. I'm just going to go ahead and dam right there. And maybe put maybe just a shrub right there. Just because I don't want it to overflow onto our precious blueberries. Alright, cool. So we have another. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Now we have 5 of these. We should be able to fill up tons of water storage before this bad tide shows up, which is good. That's what we want. There's unfortunately no way that we're going to get this done in a day. Yeah. It's not going to happen. But that's okay. So this is just waiting on planks. Just waiting on planks. Now, this is going to be our cassava area. So, one thought that I had, and it's actually going to kind of change this, this path. So if I just get rid of that, run the path over there. So if let's see, if I were to do something like this, and then I were to get water wheels. I feel like water wheels aren't really... They're not really going to work. I mean, large one might. It's 200 science. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of wonder if that would work. Let's see. I would probably have to, like, focus the water. I feel like this is too wide to get enough flow. Alright, so the bad tide is starting, which means if we come up here, you can see that all of this water is now toxic, which is great. That's awesome. That's exactly what we wanted. I'm just trying to think of how this would work. Because I want water to fill up all the way back here, but I also want it to flow out. And I don't know. I mean, maybe I could put something like that down there. But alright. So the bad tide is coming. You will see that it does the same thing. It kills things. But it's almost worse than that. It's almost worse than a drought. Because in a normal drought, you just, you dam up some water and that's that. With the bad tide, everything just actively dies. So let's go ahead and pause these. We got the bad tide coming in. It's going to kill all of our... Does it kill our healthy trees? It doesn't kill them, right? It just makes them drying. Yeah. But okay. It's nice. Okay. Cool. Well, not cool. Bad. Unfortunately, all of our food immediately dies. Or starts to dry out, which kohlrabi only lasts 2 days, so hopefully we can get all this kohlrabi picked and we won't lose all of it. But okay, we do need to... It completely changes, like, the complexion of the game. Does it not? I mean, I think it does. Luckily, this was only it looks like 3-day bad tide. But, just like with everything else, it's going to take at least a day for that water to make its way down to us. So. But okay. So they're starting to build this stuff over here. I am going to stop them building this just for now. We will connect that up so that they can at least build this dam. But I'm just trying to think about where I would get the best water flow in order to generate power. Is there any way that I could fit a large water wheel kind of in this channel? I mean, yeah, actually, potentially. Potentially, I could. Or I wonder if it would make more sense to fit like 2 down here and to forcibly channel the water. Like if I did like 2 like this and then ran the power back up here. So let's see how that would look. So if I were to, let's just say like right here. So if I were to get a large water wheel here, is that too high? Should I drop it down 1? Yep. So something like that. Maybe move it down, like 1 more. So if I were to do that, let's just see. So if I get the large water wheel, and I put it there, and there. So that's 2 large water wheels, which could each generate 270 power. And then, if I were to come through and kind of do something like this, kind of channel all this water. Let's see, so that can be there. Yeah, so if I were to do something like this, I mean, I feel like it's going to overflow. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know if this is... like, is that too narrow for this water to work through here? Not sure. I am not sure. But we're going to try it. We are going to try it. All right. So I do need a couple of those, and then we're going to need a double platform here, some triple platforms there, and then we are going to need a path along here. Actually, I can make this connection at the front. Instead, I can make this connection right here. Like that. Yeah, that would work. Okay, and then this is going to need some double platforms and then a single platform. We're going to need the vertical power shaft. Do something like that. Something like that. And then... guess get rid of that, put stairs down to build all this. And then I'm thinking a couple lamps at the end would look pretty cool. Let's see. So if I were to put a platform there, all right. So I actually don't need, I will need these stairs just to be able to make, no, I actually don't think I will. I think I'll be able to make this whole thing from above. So this is going to go here, and then that's going to go here. 3-way power shaft, like so. And then platforms in there. That doesn't need to be there. like that. And then a couple of those. Yeah, so that will work. Oh, and we are running out of water. Man, I got completely tunnel visioned. Well, let's see, how are we doing? Food, we're doing okay. Water, we're doing okay. All right, perfect. And the dam is coming along. So we do have all of our floodgates built, which is really good. Just make sure that this is all on medium high priority. It is. Unfortunately, man, our trees, they died. Oh, that bad tide. Bad tide is the worst. It is the worst. Okay. But we got our 5 water pumps going now, so we should be okay. We do have 9 homeless beavers. Man, that's sad. I got completely tunnel visioned while building this. It's kind of funny. And we will come down here like this. I have no idea if this is going to work. If you guys know in the comments whether what I'm actually doing here is going to work, I'm curious to see, is it too narrow for all of this water? I'm not sure. I might need to make it a little bit wider. I mean, in theory, what I'm trying to do should work. I'm just trying to increase the speed of the water to maximize how much the wheel turns. Yeah, I don't know. But okay, so they're working on that. I am going to let's make this dam medium high priority. And we'll make this section highest priority. That way, once this is all built, we can go ahead and start to block off the water, and we should be pretty good to go. Okay, awesome. They did build our other industrial pile. I do think, actually, we could get a third one on here if we really wanted to, because we could wrap the staircase around. I think. Not sure if we need to do that, but we could. I'm going to tell this guy, focus on the blueberries, always. Get the blueberries planted before any of the trees. Let's see, we're doing pretty good on food. Oh, housing. Yeah, that's right. That's one of the things that I wanted to do. Let's work on the housing. Okay, so I can actually go ahead and delete all of this. Because we have our alternate staircase up and running. See, doesn't that just look so much cleaner? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I am crazy. Although, you know, I actually kind of liked that platform here. Except maybe just, you know, maybe for a shrub. Like that. But okay, so how are we going to get up further to be able to build some houses? I'd like to get up to this level. So how would we get up to this level? Unfortunately, I think it's going to involve something like this. Pick up those logs. And then if we put some stairs up here, like that, we can then come in here and put some housing in. Now what I could do is I could do something like this. Triple, double, single. Like that. That would be kind of cool. And what I could also do is I could do something like this. which allows me to get up to this level. Let's get all that built. That would be nice. And then I can also go into decoration and get the 2x1 roof. Go ahead and put that on there. And then I could also put another rooftop terrace up on top of this house. So if we go into well-being, rooftop terrace, right there. Sweet. And then obviously some shrubs. I mean, obviously, everybody knows. Shrubs for the win. Okay, cool. So we got water is going up. Food is doing pretty good, although not quite as good as it used to. I think it is almost time for us to get the cassava going. So note to self for future cassava will be needed. But okay, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like and a comment, and please consider subscribing. It really helps with the visibility of the videos on YouTube. Anyway, if you enjoyed the series, I hope to see you back for the next episode. Until the next time, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.